Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Sri Shukadeva Goswami says, O King Parikshit, center of Jambu Dvipa is Ilavratavarsa. And center of Ilavratavarsa is Mount Sumeru. That I have already explained. Just as Mount Sumeru is surrounded by Jambu Dvipa, similarly, Jambu Dvipa is surrounded by same amount of width of saltwater ocean. Jambu Dvipa is 800,000 miles wide. So similar is the saltwater ocean. Jambu Dvipa is named because of a jambu tree. A huge jambu tree is located there. We have discussed. It's called purple apple tree. That's why this land is called Jambu Dvipa. Just as a fort built by kings, surrounded by the trenches, they dig trenches so enemy cannot immediately come. Moats. And they fill them with water. Similarly, the Jambu Dvipa land is filled with saltwater ocean, protecting the Jambu Dvipa. Just as the fort drenches, other side of the trenches, the gardens or some land is there. Similarly, outside of saltwater ocean, in the double width of saltwater, is Plakya Dvipa. Plakya Dvipa is the double of the size of Jambu Dvipa or saltwater ocean. Because saltwater ocean is equal size of Jambu Dvipa, like that. Plakya Dvipa is 1,600,000. 1,600,000. Because 800,000 width is Jambu Dvipa, so double. 1,600,000 means 1,600,000 miles width is Plakya Dvipa. Plakya means gular. Gular is called forest figs. In Sanskrit, it is called Udumbara or Plakya. That's why that island, that land is called Plakya Dvipa. Plakya Dvipa is surrounded by sugar cane water. Is the same size as Plakya Dvipa. Jambu Dvipa was ruled by Agnidhra, the first son of Priyabrata. Similarly, Plakya Dvipa was ruled by Igmajihwa, second son of Priyabrata. Priyabrata had 7 sons. And one each he gave 7 islands. The first island is Jambu Dvipa, given to Agnidhra. He ruled that. And then Plakya Dvipa was ruled by Igmajihwa, the second son of Priyabrata. The environment of Plakya Dvipa is like heaven on earth. People live 1,000 years and they don't become tired by working. They don't sweat. They live a very happy life. They don't become old so quickly like that. And they worship Lord Narayana, Surya, sun god, thinking Lord Narayana, Lord Sri Hari is sun, bright sun, like that. They worship that way. And it is surrounded by sugarcane water, same width as Plakshadvipa. After sugarcane water, there is another piece of land which is called Salmali Dvipa. And that is 3,200,000 miles wide, means double the size of Plakshadvipa or sugarcane water ocean. Double the size. And this is surrounded by Sura ocean, means water that tastes like liquor, wine, whiskey, whatever, liquor. But it's not liquor. It tastes like liquor. It's not sugarcane. It tastes like sugarcane juice. That's all. Like that. And this Salmali Dvipa has a huge tree called Samāj or silk cotton tree. It has some thorns in it, little, very small. Upon that tree, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, Garuda, the bird carrier, resides. Remember that. It's not a small tree. Due to that Salmali tree, that Samar tree, the land is called, the island is called Salmali Dvipa. When bird carrier Garuda flies, the Vedic hymn sound comes out from his wings. Narayanaya tubhyam namami, Narayanaya tubhyam namami, Hey Lakshmikantam tubhyam namami, like that. Nice sounds come out from his wings. And it is ruled by the third son of Priyabrata named Yajnabahu. And people worship the Supreme Lord thinking him to be moon. They worship moon. And it is surrounded by the same width of liquor ocean. Outside of the liquor ocean, double the size of Salmali Dvipa is Kuṣadvipa. Kuṣadvipa is named as Kuṣadvipa because Kusa grass is a holy grass and bushes grow there everywhere. Due to that, this island is named as Kuṣadvipa. It is double the size of Salmali Dvipa. This is 6,400,000 miles wide. And it is ruled by Priyabrata's son, Hiranyareta, fourth son. Priyabrata's fourth son rules, named Hiranyareta. And this island, Kuṣadvipa, is surrounded by the same size width milk ocean. It's not milk, but it tastes like milk, looks like milk, like that. Outside the milk ocean, the double size of Kuṣadvipa is Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is named as a Kṛṣṇa because there is a big mountain named Kṛṣṇa. After this mountain, Kṛṣṇa, The whole island is named as Kṛṣṇa Dvipa. Dvipa means island. And this is 12,800,000 miles wide, the island, and is surrounded by the same size of Milk Ocean. This island was ruled by Ghritaprushta, the fifth son of Priyabrata. King Priyabrata had 7 sons, so 7 islands were given to them. And they worshipped Lord Narayana in the form of water, Varuna, in that way. Outside of Milk Ocean, double the width, there is a land called Shaka Dvipa. Shaka is a tree, a big, huge tree named Shaka, by which this land is named as Shaka Dvipa. This is double the size of Kṛṣṇa Dvipa. This is 25,600,000 miles wide. It's not easy, these measurements. And this is surrounded by the same size ocean of buttermilk. It's not yogurt, it's buttermilk. Yogurt cannot carry waves, huge waves. It's called buttermilk. There is no butter inside. And it is ruled by 6th son called Medhatithi. Medhatithi, Priyabrata's 6th son, ruled it. And they worship Lord Narayana, Sri Hari, in the form of Vayu, means air god. These 6 sons of Priyabrata, they had 7 sons each. And before they went to worship the Lord to the forest, before they resigned everything, they divided the island into 7 portions and gave it to their sons and left the house. Now the 7th island, situated outside of Buttermilk Ocean, is the double size of Shaka Dvipa, double the size. That is called Pushkara Dvipa. Pushkara Dvipa is surrounded by Sweetwater Ocean, which is the same width as Pushkara Dvipa itself. Pushkara Dvipa is named, Pushkara means lotus. There's a huge lotus which has 100,000 gold petals. Beautiful red color, red lotus. Red lotus is called Pushkara. Kamala, Pushkara, Tamara, so many names are there. It has 100 million petals and is a seat of Lord Brahma. It's not ordinary. Very huge lotus. In Sanskrit, lotus is called Pushkara. That's why this island is named after Pushkara. This is 51,200,000 miles wide land. Can you imagine? It's surrounded. Width is like this. Big piece of land. And is surrounded by clear sweet water ocean. It's as width as Pushkara Dvipa itself. In the center of this Pushkara Dvipa, there is a big hill called Manasottara. This Manasottara hill is 80,000 miles high. 80,000 miles high and also 80,000 miles wide. It's like this and it's like this. And this mountain keeps the wheel of Surya, sun god, the chariot wheel. Surya has chariot, and this chariot has a wheel, and the wheel is touching the Manasottara hill. And its other end is tied, stuck to Mount Sumeru in the center of Ilavartavarsa, center of Jambudipa. And keeps its light within, like that. The Kamala Pushpa or lotus, big huge lotus, is the seat of Lord Brahma and it was ruled by Bitihotra, the seventh son of King Priyabrata. This Bitihotra had only 2 sons. Rest of his elder brothers, 6 of them, they had 7 sons each. But this one had only 2 sons. So he divided his island, Pushkara Dvipa, into 2 parts and gave it to 2 sons and went as his brothers went for performing austerities, same way. The residents of Pushkara Dvipa worshipped the Supreme Lord Sri Hari in the form of Supreme Brahman. Like that. Remember, outside of Jambu Dvipa, there are 6 islands. They are given to 6 brothers. Jambu Dvipa is not an island, it's a land. Island means surrounded by water or something like that. Sri Sukadeva Goswami further says, means I told you that these 6 sons had 7 sons each. They divided their island into 7 pieces and gave it to them and then went for austerities. And this fellow, the 7th one, Bitihotra, had only 2 sons. He divided into 2 pieces and went for performing austerities. Sukadeva Goswami further says that outside of Sweetwater Ocean, there is a Loka mountain which keeps the sunlight within its confinement, not let it go outside of Loka mountain. Keeps within 7 islands. That's why it is called Loka and Aloka. Aloka means no light, and Loka means light. Aloka and Loka. This divides the region of lit and not lit areas. The distance or the height of Loka mountain is as much as Manasottara and Sumeru hill. Mount Sumeru and Manasottara. Now you have to calculate 500 million miles, yojanas. That is 4 billion miles. We'll discuss later on. That is 1/4 of this is the height of 1 billion mile is the height of Loka mountain. And other side of mountain is not lit. Sun rays don't go there because this Loka mountain blocks it. The Supreme Lord made such kind of arrangement. The Loka mountain sits in such a way that other side don't like. But this whole thing is a gold land and glitters very hard, very high, so much bright. Anything falls there cannot be found. That's why nobody goes there. Only demigods go there. Sunlight cannot go across other side. Sri Sukadeva Goswami further says, the learned great sages have mentioned these measurements are correct and not speculation, because their measurements are based on the writings of the Supreme God who appeared as an author named Srila Vyasadeva. The Supreme Lord who created this universe, he also appeared to write the measurements exactly how much width and length and height they are, where the mountains are located, where the oceans are located, what kind of oceans are there, who can go where, how long do they live, where the sunlight can stay, where sunlight should not go. All this is decided by the Supreme Lord in black and white writing 6,000 years ago, written in Sanskrit called Vedic scriptures. There is no speculation in it. There is no room for speculation because everything is researched. The distance between Loka mountain to Mount Sumeru is 50 crore yojanas, means 500 million yojanas. That is 4 billion miles. 1 yojana is 8 miles. So 500 million into 8 becomes 4 billion. 4 billion miles distance between one mountain where there is a hooked up sun's axle is hooked. The Golden Mountain, this in the center of Ilavatamarasa, and Golden Mountain is Loka mountain. So both. Loka mountain is 1/4, as I had said already, 1 billion mile high. That's why sun rays cannot go. Sun's ekachakri ratharudha dipya kanaka bhushana akashe bhramate nityam padmahasta jivakara. The chariot of sun god has only one wheel in one side. Other side it is stuck to Mount Sumeru. The width is almost 1 billion miles, the sun's chariot. So the Manasottara hill near Loka mountain has that wheel. So it is lighting all these 7 islands and heaven and bottom planets like that. Loka mountain surrounds the water, sweet water, ocean, surrounds all sides. So the sunlight stays inside, not go outside. On top of these Loka mountain in 4 directions, Lord Brahma placed great elephants upon which Vishwaksena sits with 4 arms. See, I'm making old now, it's very difficult to memorize. Vishwaksena resides, having 4 arms, holding all 4 weapons, conchal, disc, lotus, and club. And he acts as a protector of this universe. and makes sure it is managed rightly and supplied all the needs required, maintained properly. As we have said that sun rays only fall within Loka mountain. And when sun travels from one side to other side, one side becomes dark, other side becomes bright, like that. The center point of this universe is Mount Sumeru. And the end point is Loka mountain. And between that land is 4 billion miles, including the oceans. Everything is arranged by the Supreme Lord through Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma is engineer of the universe. That's why he's named as engineer. But he has to follow the Supreme Lord's advice and guidance to make sure that he's following rightly. The Supreme Lord takes the form of Vishwaksena and supervises the universe, that everything is going right and being done, everything by Lord Brahma or not. Like that. That's how the whole creation is being managed. So sun god is called Martanda. Martanda means life giver, because it moves around, rejuvenates all plants, habitation, everything, rejuvenates all the living entities, they become active. That's why it's called Martanda. He is called Hiranyagarbha because his axle is hooked to Mount Sumeru, which is made out of gold. Hiranyagarbha. And its light stays between the gold mountains, both sides. This side is Loka gold, this side is Sumeru gold. That's why it is called Hiranyagarbha. Hiramanyagarbha samavartatagred bhutasya jata patireka asit. Vedas, they discuss like that. So, due to the sunrise and sunset, the directions are recognized by everyone. Sun is the cause. Thank you very much.